Okay, are you tired of the groans that happen when it's time for decimal multiplication? Well, we're about to show you a fantastic, low-prep game that turns those groans into cheers. This is the decimal product wheel, and trust me, it's a total game changer for 5th grade math.
So here's what we're going to break down in this explainer. First up, we'll get into why this game is such a huge step up from a standard worksheet. Then, we'll cover the nitty-gritty of how to play, and you'll even see a sample round in action. After that, we'll explore how you can make this game work for every single student in your class. And finally, we'll look at the deeper learning that makes this game so powerful.
You know the feeling. We've all been there. You're trying to teach a really crucial math skill, but your students, they are just not into it. You see the glazed over eyes, you hear the sighs. It can be so tough. But what if there was a way to make all that practice not just bearable, but actually fun? Well, that's exactly what this game is all about.
This quote absolutely nails it. You are not going to have to sell this game to your students. The moment they see the spinner and the cards, they're hooked. It's like a switch just flips in their brains, and all of a sudden, math practice becomes a game they actually can't wait to play.
And here's the best of both worlds. For you, the teacher, it's a total breeze to set up. For them, it's just an absolute blast. But don't let all that fun fool you. Underneath all the excitement, they are building a really solid understanding of place value and decimal multiplication. You know, the very concepts that can trip up so many kids.
All right, let's get down to business. Here is everything you need to know to get this game up and running in your classroom, like tomorrow.
And you don't even need a trip to the supply closet. You've probably got everything you need for this game right now. A game board you can print out, a paper clip and a pencil, a deck of cards, and some scratch paper. That is it. We're talking maximum fun for minimal effort.
So here's how it all works, step by step. First, a student spins the wheel to get their decimal. Let's say they land on 0.4. Next, they draw a card to get their whole number. Maybe they draw 6. Then they do the math, 0.4 times 6. If they get it right, they get to write the equation on the wheel and score a point. The player with the most points at the end wins. Simple as that.
Okay, this next part is where the magic really happens. See, this game isn't just about getting the right answer. It's about getting students to actually talk about the math, what we call math talk. And that is where the real learning kicks in. So let's listen in on a sample round to see exactly what I mean.
All right, so picture this. We've got two students playing together. It's student one's turn. She spins a 0.7 and then she draws an 8 card. So her problem to solve is 0.7 times 8.
Now pay close attention to what happens next. Student 2, her partner, doesn't just sit there quietly waiting for his turn. He's actively involved, thinking about her problem and making an estimate out loud. This is huge. It means both students are engaged in the math all the time.
And here's her response. She solves the problem, sure, but she doesn't just say the answer. She explains why the answer makes sense. She's connecting it back to a fundamental math concept, and that is the kind of deep thinking we want to see.
And look, the conversation doesn't even stop there. Now, he helps her check her work, and they're talking about the decimal point, which is where a lot of kids get tripped up. They're working together, learning from each other. This is so much more effective than just seeing a red check mark on a worksheet.
So you've seen how the game works. Now let's talk about how you can make it work for your classroom. Because this game is so simple, it's also incredibly adaptable. You can tweak it to fit your students' needs, no matter where they are on their learning journey.
Just think about all the ways you could use this. It's absolutely perfect for math centers. It's a great way to get students working in pairs. You could even project the board on the screen and use it as a whole class warm-up. And it's a fantastic tool for one-on-one tutoring, or even for sending home for a little extra practice.
And here's the best part. You can easily differentiate this game for all your learners. For students who need a little extra support, you can simplify the game. And for your high flyers, you can totally crank up the challenge. It's all about making the game work for them.
So, as you can see, this is so much more than just a game. It's a tool for transforming how your students think and feel about math. Let's just talk for a minute about the profound impact this game can have on their learning.
So, what's the big takeaway here? I mean, when you get your students talking about math while they're playing, what's really going on inside their brains?
Well, they're making a huge leap. They're no longer just plugging in numbers and spitting out answers. They are becoming true mathematical thinkers. They're learning how to explain their reasoning, to see patterns, and to really, truly understand what they're doing. And this right here,
This is what it's all about. When a student can look at their own work and say, hey, next time I can do this even better, that's a massive win. That's a student who is taking real ownership of their learning. And that is exactly what this game is designed to do.
So, what do you think? Are you ready to bring this kind of energy and this kind of learning into your classroom? The Decimal Product Wheel is more than just a game. It's a way to make math fun, engaging, and meaningful for your students. I really hope you give it a try. I think you'll be amazed at what you see.